You look sad. What's happening?
I'm dying.
Why are
I'm
you
dying a very
dying?
slow, painful mom death.
What?
Um, my kids have been gone for 2.5 days, and I am dying from lack of hugs.
I'm dying for lack of quotes. We love
I
Hayden
know.
quotes.
I don't have my hey to give me my daily entertainment. It is weird. I mean, it's nice. I got to sleep in today, which never happens. But like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I went to bed last night and I said, well, this sucks. And my husband just looks at me and he goes, why? I'm all, I don't have a kid to hug on. Like,
Get out of my bed, hubby. I want my kids.
what's the point of a Cal King bed without 3 or 4 people in it, right?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dark Collective podcast. I am your host, Miss Red, and we have the ever so platinum, so gorgeous, so vivacious, so shiny lipped Allison is here.
Toss, toss.
Toss, toss. I just watched the Wicked
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it as
Allison,
soon as
I
we're done.
bawled my eyes out. It was so good.
I have seen clips and I have had tears stream down my face just from the clips. I can only imagine the talent that is in that movie that is on that stage for that showing. I can't.
You guys, this is coming out 2 weeks after that Wicked special came out. And if you have Peacock, watch it. It was so good. It was so good. Oh,
Yes. Or if you just like amazing vocals, watch it.
yes.
Watch it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So you guys, there's not much to tell on the Shadows and Seduction side, but other than we are 4 months away, which is so crazy. 4 months away. We are definitely steamrolling in the podcast. We are on episode 6 of season 3.
Look at us.
Look at us go.
Look at us go.
And this week we have Jo Brenner. Jo Brenner.
Jo Brenner.
Jo Brenner. We actually filmed before we did this intro. And, sometimes we like to do that just to kind of, make it different for you guys. Get a little insight into the episode before it happens. And first of all, y'all know we are hairdressers. Her hair, chef's kiss.
Gorgeous.
Chef's kiss.
No notes. No notes.
But no, I think she is one of the sweetest. She's also really funny. Like she has a great, almost like candor. You know what I mean? And her facial expressions, for those of you that are listening, obviously can't see, but you'll see it in the teasers when I drop them. Her facial expressions were so good.
So good. And I love the fact that this is our first episode that we are using our fan questions.
Yeah.
These fans came correct with these questions, okay? It is awesome.
Yeah, we had a total of 9 questions, and out of those 9, 7 were fan questions. So you guys, clapping for you. Clapping, great job. We love you guys. Like, we're going to do this more often, definitely, but we got enough questions. So crazy enough, between Instagram and Facebook, we had over 60 questions given to us. So you guys, they are good. They're really, really good.
They're juicy. They're juicy questions.
All right. Well, you guys, we're going to keep it short. We can't wait for you to listen to this episode. And make sure you guys tune in, and you're going to love it. It's amazing. Enjoy Miss Jo Brenner.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Dark Collective podcast, Shadows and Seduction edition. Today, we are here with the effervescent and glowing Jo Brenner. Welcome to the podcast.
Yay! Welcome.
Hi.
How are you? I love this for us.
I'm doing great. I turned a book in to my editor at Berkeley yesterday.
Yeah.
So we are like riding in like the free zone, which meant of course this morning I plotted out a whole new book because my brain doesn't know how to stop. But
oh my gosh.
I took a 3-hour break, so it was great.
3 hours. Let's go.
Let's go. That is impressive on a whole different level.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's impressive or like disturbing, and I need to talk to my therapist about it. Probably, maybe a little bit of both.
It's cathartic. It's therapy, working it out.
Exactly.
Oh, I love this for you. So We are going to jump right on in with one of our favorite questions to ask is what genres do you write?
So I write dark romance, so I'm in the right place, I'm assuming. Um,
Yeah.
but I started out writing Why Choose Dark Military. And then
Ooh.
I shifted over into, I write dark sports now. So I write dark hockey. And I also have a dark cowboy rodeo romance coming out with Berkeley next fall.
Okay,
I
well,
wear the
you know,
right
you can
shirt.
grab us a
But
lasso.
with
We
the
here for it.
Western.
It's a
The
cowgirl saying
Western.
the hell I won't. I wear the right shirt for you.
I love it. You did wear the right shirt. I should have worn my Yeehaw Hanukkah shirt that I.
Oh my God, yes, because that's okay because I am Jewish, so I am here for it.
Yes.
I'm very. I'll send you the link later, Red. I'll send you
Oh
the
my
link
God,
to the
yes.
sweatshirt because it's pretty cute.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love
I'm
it.
here for it. You know what's crazy is that being in I've only been in the bookish world for about almost 4 years now. And that is the first time I've actually heard dark military. I think it's just because I've kept myself to such a niche that I like, you know what I mean? Like, so I keep learning these new things every time I do these podcasts. And it's just so cool because I never knew that there are so many different types of branches off the trope. You know what I mean? And I think that's so cool.
Well, I kind of think it's like the blank but make it fashion. It's like you can do anything and make it dark. Like
Yeah.
Nevesta Allen and Bryn Weaver proved like you can do rom-coms and make it dark, right? Like
Yeah.
obviously like I write hockey but make it dark, and like so does S. Massery, and a bunch of other authors, and like Theodora Taylor also has like a dark hockey romance. Like there's so many you can like add a dark twist, I think, to almost any niche or subgenre. And that I think is one of my favorite things about it, right? Is like when I wrote that dark military series, Bad Heroes, I remember people saying like, you can't make the military guys villains. Like, they have to be heroes. And I was like, well, that's why I'm naming the series Bad Heroes. Like, I'm just gonna lean into it. But more and more I'm seeing people do dark military books. So I think that like there's space for looking at the questionable, the immoral, the wrong, or like challenging the status quo side of things in any trope, world, industry, apparatus, whatever. So
No, I love that. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Is that kind of what drew you to writing dark romance? Is that you could bend it and twist it to your will? Or was there something else that really drew you to the genre?
it's really funny. So I want to say it was like 12 or 13 years ago. I randomly stumbled across, and it's like behind me somewhere in there, this book by Skye Warren called Wanderlust. And I was reading some romance and not a lot. Certainly wasn't reading dark romance. I don't think many people were at that point, or at least not calling it that. And it's about this woman who's like escaping like a really like abusive home life, to go do something else, and she gets kidnapped by a trucker along the way. And as you can imagine, things happen in the dark romance realm of things. The entire time I'm reading, I'm like, I don't like this, do I? But I never forgot that book, and I'd like sort of come in and out of the dark romance space. And when the pandemic hit, I think a lot of people, when things feel really dark or heavy or hopeless, I think some people really lean out, like really fluffy things, and I lean the whole fucking way in. And so I think that's really what it was. And I think it also, but yeah, I think you're right. I think it allowed me to look at things that we see as heroic or great or like don't necessarily actually investigate fully, like the military industrial apparatus, right, for instance, or like professional hockey, professional sports, right, and like the things in them that maybe aren't always great. And it allows me in a safe space in a romance, which I love because I want people to get out alive and be happy and thriving at the end with each other, to really push and challenge those narratives. And so I think that's really where it came into play for me.
I love that.
That's actually really a great way to see it and think about it. And I think a lot of readers also like, one thing I have to tell you is a lot of the questions for you were the first person we did this with, were readers' questions. So like, it's just so cool because the answer was so good. It was so good. Like, no, but I think I think you're really correct in the fact that during COVID, that's when I really kind of started getting the inkling to start to read. And I didn't know what I was going to read. I didn't know where to start even. This was before I even knew Jenn and Sinners was created. And I was just like, I don't know, I'll try this book. And I ended up loving it. But then when I read more books in that same genre, I was like, I need something a little bit more. And I didn't know what that was. And it was dark romance for me. And I think that that's awesome that there is different ways to look at dark romance. I think it's rad.
Yeah.
No, I love that too. And I think it's good that like you found that niche, that place that you felt like this is a story that I can like delve into that feels like more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So this one is actually a really cool question. I love it so much. Is if you could re-release one of your books but change one thing, what would it be and why?
Oh man.
Which your babies are perfect, you know, like you
Yes,
know your books are your
No,
babies.
no, my
they're
babies
perfect.
are, and there's no such thing as perfect in books. I have an author friend, and they always say the book's never perfect. It just has to. It's due. That's what it is. Like there's a deadline. Like there's always more I could do to them. So Butterfly, which is my shortest book, it is my first dark hockey romance. It's step siblings, and it's wild. It is short, and I say it's like not very sweet, but it's very filthy. And readers always complain that they feel like it ended too soon. And I've had that in my head for so long. So when I put out the special edition version, I added a chapter to the special edition. So there is that bonus epilogue there to like tie things up in a way that readers felt like they hadn't gotten enough out of the story. I loved it. They wanted more. For me, I felt like, all right, like they're together, they're happy, we're good, we can move on with their lives. But they wanted to see them later in life, so I added a later in life chapter.
That's amazing, though. You literally took it one step further. You're like, oh, really? You want to know? Because I already did it. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No,
You
I
want
love
more?
that.
I'll give you more.
Exactly.
Yes, it's only in the special edition version, or I think if I remember right, I think if you sign up for my newsletter, you can get it. But otherwise, like I did not add it to the ebook version, but it does exist. I hear you guys. I hear you.
I love that.
Giving the people what they want. That's amazing. This is another one of my favorite like fan questions because I wonder this. Like I always want to know like how you guys are normal people just like us, even though you're these amazing gods that write amazing books. But what are some of your writing essentials? Like, are there certain snacks you need to have nearby, or like music playing, or favorite pair of socks or something on?
Unless it's hot out, I need holes in my sleeves. I can't explain why. It's the stupid. It is a ridiculous thing, and it's been true of me since I used to cut holes in my long sleeve shirt when I was in high school. My mom would get so angry about that, and then they started making them this way, and I was like, see, I was right. I was in front of the trend,
Ahead of the times.
ahead of the times, and so unless it is hot out, like it's summer, I need holes in my sleeves. I don't. Again, it's just like a weird thing.
No, that's okay.
And then
I love it.
I cannot write if I don't know what song I'm writing to for each scene. And like I'll build out like an initial playlist. And I know if there's a scene that's not going right, I was like, I chose the wrong fucking song. And that doesn't always solve the block because then I was like, I did something wrong or I'm just having a bad writing day or whatever it is. But 9 times out of 10, it's because like I got the vibe wrong, like something's not right. So it's like Miss Clavel, like in Madeline, right? She's like,
Yeah.
there is something not right, and it's the song. I just did like a Russian accent trying to do a French accent, but
I live for it. I try it all the time. It never works.
We're sticking with it. This is where we're at. So I need to have the perfect playlist to write my books to. And I remember once when I was in grad school, because I went to grad school for creative writing, and I asked my professor, I was like, can I just turn in a playlist for the book and then like you'll know what the book's about? Like, does that work? And he was like, no, Jo.
So
No,
is
that would be
there like a
plagiarism.
song that you could share that and what it would mean to you? Like anything?
Yeah, so the first book I wrote, You Can Follow Me, which is that dark military book.
Okay.
It's trilogy, and the first 2 end up on a cliffhanger, and it's Why Choose. But There's this song called Wolves Without Teeth, and I believe it's by Of Monsters and Men.
Yeah.
And that was actually originally the title of the book was Wolves Without Teeth. And then people told me that people were going to think that it was an Omegaverse shifter book.
Right.
And so I had to change the title. But there's like, I can't quite get through the lyrics in my head right now, but there's like a certain feeling to it that very much is like a woman running through the forest, being chased by people who she thinks are going to tear her apart, and they are, but not in the way that she thinks, right? It's because the love is too big. And so that song stuck with me for those. And like every book I have has a theme song. Except for this most recent one that's coming out soon, Troublemaker, which is just Sabrina Carpenter all the time. So
Now, do you have a Spotify playlist we can follow so that we can listen to these while we read the
I don't
books?
have Spotify.
I'm a Pandora girly. Are you Pandora?
No, I
damn.
use Apple Music actually. I gotta be honest.
It's
But
convenient. I get it.
but here's the thing: my readers have Spotify playlists. So if you search the titles of my books,
You'll come up with it.
they because I
Yeah.
put the playlist in the front of the book, they are nice enough to
Ooh.
build out the playlist
Oh,
for me.
that's
So they do
cool.
exist online.
Perfect.
I just didn't do them.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
I'm very grateful.
I honestly, we've asked versions of this question before, and what I love is, first of all, Of Monsters and Men is one of my favorite bands. I'm very indie folk with my music when I drive, and I drive a lot.
Same.
But I think that that's so important for people to understand that, like, if you are an Audible like learner, like there's this thing, I can't really remember what it's called right now, but it's understanding how people learn. And I was a teacher for many years, so like I understood this very well. And for me, when I'm on a plane and I'm reading a book on my Kindle, I have to listen to music. Like it's a weird thing, and I can do both. Most people are like, "How do you do both?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just the way that my brain works. I feel like I can focus more and read faster if I have music while I'm reading." It's weird.
Well, because at a certain point it becomes like background noise, like white noise to you, right?
Yeah.
When I am revising, especially when I'm like on a line level, making sure that make sure the prose is right, but especially making sure that like the rhythm of the language, because like it has to sound right in my head, then I can't listen to anything because it gets in the way, because I have to hear the words back to me as I'm rereading it.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. So I know this is going to be hard for you to answer, but I mean, people want to know: do you have a favorite book of yours?
Oh no, my children.
Okay, we can make this easier. What is I know we know you have some news coming, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But what book were you just so ecstatic to release, and maybe it put a little bit more stress on you to where you were like, "Oh, okay, I got it. It's out. We're good to go." Like, do it that way.
Okay, so I think it's not I'm not going to say that it's my favorite because I love them all very much.
Yes.
But I think Brutal Game, which was like my first big dark hockey book, like, there's Butterfly, which is like more novella length. But Brutal Game came after that, and it's the first in the King series. And I think that was the book that I could feel in my chest was like lightning in a bottle. It was lightning in a bottle writing it. Like it just poured out of me. It was a story I'd been thinking about for years, and I had been afraid to write it for so long. And then I finally just like leaned. It was funny. I had a conversation with Chantal Tessier about it before I started writing it. And she was like, because I said to her, I'm like, I love that you lean in to stuff. Like that's one of my favorite things about your writing is that you never like take your foot off the gas. And she goes, you have to lean in. And so I leaned into the fear, and I wrote that book. And I could like feel it coming together in this magical way, which made the stakes feel so much higher, because I was like, oh no, if people don't love this book, like what I don't know what I'm going to do. And like people have mixed, I try not to, but every once in a while I'll see my Goodreads rating, and like people have mixed opinions about my books. I think they're very dark for a lot of people. And I think my MMCs who are bullies are like, that one, he is really a bully in the book. And there are some scenes that like some readers, even the ones who love the book, are like, that was really difficult to read. And that was intentional. And like, but I can understand that. But when the reception was so positive, when people like, that was the first book that not only broke through the top 1,000 in Amazon for me, but broke up to almost like I almost hit 100 in the store with that one.
Yeah.
It changed my life, and the reader response to that, I mean, genuinely, like I was able to go full time. Like I got an agent because of that. Like it changed my life, and so I'm very grateful to all the readers who love that book, and also to whatever put those characters in my brain and told me like it was time to tell that story.
Well, first of all, congratulations. Like, obviously,
That's
like,
amazing.
I am not involved at all in choosing the authors that are part of Sinners or Shadows. Like, I'm the socials girl, and I am fine with it. But when she told me about you, I had already heard about it because of Butterfly. So that I knew because of that. And then she was like, have you read the King series yet? And I was like, no. And she was like, you are going to love it. So I started it, and you will be my first ever dark sports romance that I have ever read. So I'm very excited for that. But I understand how hard it is to throw your whole world into something that you love so much and just pray that it gets accepted, you know? And you are so incredibly valued and loved, and your readers love you. Like we see that. So it's just, I just want to say congratulations, because I know how you have taken off. You are very successful, and your journey is just really awesome. So I just want to say congrats on that.
Yeah.
I realized it with Heartless Game because, like, you know, on the business side of things, you're like, what's working, what's not working. And I realized that, like, and it's always true. Anything an author does, what readers can do for the book changes everything on a level that we just can't, no matter what we throw at it, we can't do. But that was when I realized and I was so grateful. And I'm so grateful to anyone who's watching this. I'm so grateful to any single one of you who's read my books and who talks about them and who loves them, because it's not just that, like, on a practical level you make this possible, but, like, it's a struggle. Writing's a fucking struggle. It's painful. Like, I'm often, like, I'll text my author friends and be like, this is what we chose to do with our lives, like, just being masochists 24/7. But, like, to know the impact that we have, all those letters, all the DMs I get from readers, the emails, the comments, you know, the videos on TikTok, that's what pushes me forward every day, and that's what makes it possible to open my laptop and write on the hard days. So thank you.
Of course.
That's beautiful. Has there ever been a book that while you were writing, because you said sometimes it's a struggle, that while you're writing it, that it took you by surprise where you ended up going with it? Was it like you didn't know how to wrap it up, or you just decided spur of the moment, no, this is a better way to go?
Whoever came up with it, that's such a good question.
It is a reader question.
It is a reader question.
Great reader.
They killed it.
You reader who came up with that question, that's a fantastic question.
Yes.
So there's a point in every one of my books where the characters, I outline everything, and then things kind of go off the rails as I'm writing, because the characters just sort of do their own thing. Which is frustrating at times, but great. But there's a point in every one of my books where, like, the characters surprise me. Like in Heartless Game, the FMC, Tova is really pissed at the MMC because he's, like, kidnapped her and is forcing her to live with him and be with him and all these things. And she's like, bet. So he leaves her alone in the house, and he won't let her he won't bring her any underwear from her home, and all she has is one pink pair, and she's like, well, shit, I gotta wash them. And she's like, aha. And I was like, and my brain suddenly, and I was like typing the scene, and I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, girl, you're gonna get your ass whooped. But, like, she throws all of his clothes, including his hockey jerseys, in with her pink underwear, and makes sure she washes it on the temperature to stain everything, and everything turns pink. And so that was that was the moment when I was like, this book is driving. So, like, scenes like that. But I would say the most surprising character, or, like, the most surprising book for me was book 3 in the Bad Heroes trilogy, because I actually, when I plotted it out, saw it going a completely different way. And the FMC took all of us on a journey, because she, like, found herself in the darkness, not just with them, but with, like, the things they do, because they're hitmen. And she found us in protecting them and protecting herself. She found this, like, very dark, like, sort of, like, devastating side of herself that helped her shine. And it got, like, kind of gory and bloody and crazy. And it was like, I'd only been writing dark romance for so long. Like, before this, I used to write rom-coms and, like, other stuff. So, like, I was like, oh shit, she's doing what now? And there's, like, a scene towards the end. There's a wild scene towards the end of book 3 that I don't want to, like, spoil. But I was like, there's no way I can get away with this. And I was like, but that's what she would do. And so she did it.
Oh, I love that.
Love that. I love how your characters are kind of like their own sentient beings because the way you talk about them is like they chose to do this, not you who's writing them and creating them. But I just love that because it just kind of gives that like different world and passion. Like it shows a lot of passion behind what you're doing.
Thank
That
you.
you make them fully actualized characters that are like, no, she would choose. This is what she's choosing. This isn't what I'm choosing for her. This is what she's choosing.
Right. And like, again, like when you get stuck, when I get stuck, it's because I know I made a choice for the character that doesn't, it's not like the sentient being things are not. It's just like that it doesn't jive with what they would do. It's not authentic
Right.
to their character. It's not authentic to where they are in the story. And so yeah, I guess I can see it that way, that they are like, if they weren't fully formed to me, they wouldn't be interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I would be. I would turn in that playlist as the book is what I would do.
Well,
So
and the readers could feel it too. You know, like we get that. Like we can definitely see when an author has their characters fully fleshed out like that. You know, and it makes for quality writing. So we love that.
And I feel like you kind of confirmed your own, like what you said earlier, is that you literally like just like drove into it. Like you fell into it, you drove it in. And like, I think that's what makes the book so unexpected. And I love when I'm reading a book and you get to the part where maybe there's some backstory or world building or whatever. Then they just go boom. And you're just like, wait, what? Like, I love that moment in books. And it doesn't have to be at the end. It could be like anywhere. And that's what keeps me riveted. You know what I mean? And so I'm all here for she could never do that. Well, guess what? She did. So I'm here for that.
Yes.
So to go along with what you're saying, like, how you do your plotting, how you listen to music, all that kind of stuff. When you're writing, is there a word that you 100% try to avoid?
Because it gives you the ick.
Because it gives you the ick. Like Allison knows my word, and I know what's going to be said, but
I'm not gonna say. I'll be nice.
Okay.
I actually think there's not a single word in the well, I don't think there's a single word in the human language that in the English language that you can't figure out a way to use them right.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. So my friend Liz, who's also one of my alpha readers, and she's also going to be my assistant at Shadows, she alpha reads for me, and so I always stick one word into one of the spice scenes that I know is going to give her the ick, just to see if I can like make it work. And every time she's like, no. Like this last one, I try to put like turgid in there, which is like an old school romance word that like would not have flown, and it didn't quite work. I tried seed once. I tried cream. And so like, I think with the characters that I write and their voices, it doesn't quite work. But I've read books where those words work in. So I don't have one. Like, I think everyone's going to be like, oh no, moist. But I think even moist you can use. I knew it was going to be that. I think even moist, there are ways to use it that probably I haven't figured it out yet. But I'm certainly going to put it in the next draft that I send to Liz and see what she does. So,
Because the thing is, moisture, not a problem. I'm a hairstylist. I can deal with that all day long.
Moist cake.
What?
Moist cake.
Yeah, that I don't know. It's just when people just put it in books, I'm just like, no, I can't do it. But again, I've read it. Well, because I do mainly audiobooks. I'm like 98% audiobook. I do Kindle when I travel. And one of the things, there's certain words that I can't hear on audiobook, but I can read it. And I can read words, but I can't hear it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird that's how my brain works. I'm just like, why can't I hear it, but I couldn't read? I don't know.
So I'm going to confess something.
Okay.
The reason why I don't have, well, there are various reasons why I don't have audiobooks, but one of the reasons why I don't have audiobooks yet, even though I get asked about it constantly, and I would love to do it, is that the idea of someone reading my sex scenes back to me and hearing, especially in a duet, because I love duet, but hearing like narrators I love read that back, like I can do it in my head, right? Like I can get in the zone and like, writing, like it's, and like usually you're so worried about where limbs are, you're not like necessarily in that mindset anyway. But like the idea of people like with like heavy breathing, like reading it back to me, that gives me the ick. That makes me want to like squirm and scream and run out of the house. And like you have to like proof your own books to make sure everything sounds right afterwards. And so like I don't know how I'm gonna get through that when I finally get around to doing audiobooks. I might have to like beg my readers to do it for me.
That's hysterical because an interview we did, it was at Jacqueline Hyde. We interviewed Jacqueline Hyde a couple weeks back, and she's like, I have a secret to tell you guys. my audiobook's out, but I haven't listened to it. I made it like 3 chapters in and I couldn't do it. And I was like, why? Because she said it on the podcast. That's why it's okay for me to say it. And she goes, I can't handle the sex scenes. I can't do it. I can't. So you are very much with other people.
I can listen to other people's sex scenes just fine. They're great. I love it. Like, good for you.
But you can't do your own.
No.
That's amazing.
I get that though. I'm like you. I don't have a word that I can't like hear. There's not a word for me that like grosses me out. So I torture Red with hers sometimes.
But you torture me also with the shampoo thing. Explain it.
The shampoo thing.
So we work together in a salon, and I like shampoos that I use on my clients that are a thicker consistency and that they're more concentrated, so there's less water in them. So when you use those kind of shampoos, you have to have your hands wet, put them in there, and lather, and so it makes that like squelching noise. So, like, and she hates it. I'm just like,
so you just have auditory stuff.
Yeah. It's more definitely, I think, auditory. I don't know that I heard that sound the very first time we worked together. I was like, ew, what are you doing? Like, because my shampoos don't do that.
Yeah. But she has a client that like we left a voice message for and just said her word over and over and over again, and then she responded that she hated us. But
I'll tell you a word that I use under duress, and like, actually, you know what? I do have one, and I still use it. Is that like seeing cum, C-U-M. I used to write cum as both the verb C-O-M-E and as the noun C-O-M-E.
Oh yeah.
I preferred it that way. Lenny Bruce, the comedian, also preferred it that way, and so like we're like to his perfect anyway. But that's like a weird illusion that doesn't matter. But I hate C-U-M.
Oh really?
But like I actually looking at it makes me like I can't deal with it. But having a paragraph where people are coming and there's cum means that you suddenly have that word 18 times on the same page. And so I was like, this at least differentiates it, sort of. And so I finally gave in, and I write C-U-M, and like it is like the one compromise. That's when I sold out as an author.
I think most people will get the ick over any like bodily fluid word, right? Like that's referencing some sort of bodily fluids, excretions.
I don't even get the word ick over the word pee. Like,
no, pee doesn't bother me. I think urine sounds like, just say pee. Like, I'd rather hear pee than urine.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's just because I will say this. Since reading dark romance, I feel like my vocabulary has broadened. And I also don't feel that me saying certain words is as taboo because I read. But that's how my brain works, not the people around me that I'm saying these words to.
Oh my gosh. All right, my dear. Do you have any fun updates or anything new to tell your readers?
I do. So for those who don't know, Troublemaker, which is book 2 in the Taboo series, it follows it's a different couple, but it follows Butterfly. So it's Coach and Lucy. It is age gap, Guardian Ward, dark hockey, touch her and touch him and die. And taboo because of the Guardian Ward stuff. Although they don't, I always like I have to point this out. Like there's no grooming aspect to it. Like they don't see each other when she's young. Like there's like from when he becomes her guardian until like there's just no. Because I was like I'm not even no thank you. But it still has that taboo element to it. It comes out November 15th, and I'm so excited to share it with everyone. I wish I had a copy that I could show you guys the cover, but people can look it up. And I think it's just going to be really fun.
Oh, congratulations, my dear. That's amazing.
It's book number 7, actually.
Oh, wow. That's crazy pants. Well, the good thing is this episode will come out after this is released. So the cool thing is, you know, people can comment and talk about it and all that good stuff, which is awesome.
Or if they don't have it, they need to go get it.
Yeah, go buy it. Go buy it.
It is on Kindle Unlimited at this very second.
Go.
Get it on Kindle Unlimited.
Download
now, folks.
Go get it right now.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure from the Dark Collective.
Right. Always a good thing.
Well, obviously, I just saw you recently at another event, but we would love to know, what are you most excited about for Shadows and Seduction?
So I used to live in New Orleans, actually.
Oh.
I
Awesome.
moved there for a guy, dumped the guy, kept the city for a long time.
There you go.
Preach.
I love New Orleans, and I can't imagine a more shadowy, seductive place, quite honestly. So, like, I'm so excited for the vibes. But what I'm also really excited for is just to see my readers. I'm already getting messages from people who are planning on coming, and like, they refill my well. So, like, seeing other author friends, seeing you guys, like, seeing like people in the bookish community, and getting to like talk to them, because otherwise I'm just like behind my computer screen all the time, right? Like, so like
Right.
it really like it makes what I'm doing feel very real and like fun and important at the same time. And like just being able to like have that FaceTime is really exciting for me. So I know that's like a generic answer, but like
No.
that's what I'm really excited
No.
about. I am also really excited though because I will have new special editions with me. So for people who feel like they have all the Jo Brenner special editions, there's some surprises in store. So that's going to be exciting.
There we go. I mean, I think
That's amazing.
that's what I love about bookish conventions is the special editions. I literally like get so excited because I'm a Kindle person. So all the books I do have on my bookcase over here, I haven't actually read them. They are my trophies. That is why I buy them. And I also have to say, like, I saw your books at the last event I saw you at, and they're gorgeous. Like, your books are beautiful. Like, they're absolutely gorgeous. And people go to her table and buy her special editions. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
All of them. Sold out. Day one. Do it now.
Fabulous. We love to hear it.
I know. Well, Miss Jo Brenner, thank you so much for coming in. I was just really excited. I know we only got to talk for like a second last time, so I was really excited just to like get to know you and just kind of get your vibe. You're really fun, by the way. I can already tell that you just have a fun personality, which I'm very happy. So thank you on behalf of myself.
Thank you both so much, Red and Allison, because like I think you guys are fun. Like I see you like at the cons, you're like standing up at like during the party and like talking and dancing, and like I'm just like I love that energy and like goals really. So like this is so fun to get to like hang out with you guys even for a little bit.
Of course.
It's going to be so much fun.
And we're gonna have such a great time at Shadows.
Oh, it's going to be epic. I cannot wait. Anything from you, Miss Allison?
I mean, it's been a pure pleasure. I've learned so much. Thank you for answering our fan questions because I've been dying to do this where we get fan questions. So thank you for being the very first to answer them.
I love being a guinea pig, and I love being the first. So
Can you tell our followers how to follow you on social media?
Yes. So I am Jo Brenner Books everywhere, except I am also author Jo Brenner on TikTok. So I'm Jo Brenner Books and author Jo Brenner because if the app decides that I've been naughty on one, I switch to the other. It's how I make things happen. So you can still find me, but that's where I am at in all places. And then my Facebook group is Jo Brenner's Bar, and we have a wild time in there in case anyone wants to come hang out.
I love that. All right, you guys. Well, thanks again, Miss Jo Brenner, for being here. You guys make sure to follow her on all her socials and definitely stop by her table at Shadows Seduction and pick up her special editions. Do it and go on Kindle Unlimited and get her new book. But make sure you guys check out the Dark Collective podcast every other Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern. We will see you guys soon. Bye.